way overdue. But we're here now. Got some heat for the summer. Let's chat about it. Phew. I was locked in on this one a while back, and then all of a sudden it dipped below my radar. And I wasn't, thinking about it anymore, at least for a while. This ended up being something that was familiar to me, seeing as this was a clone of one of those unexplainably expensive fragrances that my roommate pulled out long ago. I remember briefly smelling it and then being kind of, perplexed by the fact that it kind of smells like metal. And if you smell this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the thing is when he told me how much he had just paid for this bottle, feeling a vertigo, like it was taking over my body. I was kind of lost or something. My brain simply couldn't compute how this scent was a strong $350. I mean, ultra strong. It kind of took my breath away. But like I said, we're here in this little broken mirror, little kind of thing. It's called Sillage from Armaf. And we like Armaf around these parts. Just FYI, this is not that $350 of Silver Mountain Water by Creed that my roommate popped out with a long time ago. No, sir. This is a clone of that bad boy. And if you know like I do, sometimes clones, they can be hits and misses. And this one mostly hits. I like it. Let's chat about it. All right, we're going to sort through what I think about the juice inside of this broken mirror of a bottle. But before I do, I like to point out a couple of things. One, mainly that I'm keenly aware you could be anywhere on the net, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. A little YouTube birdie landed on my shoulder and told me that 82% of you aren't subscribed yet. All right, now that we got that all the way, let's go ahead and talk about this presentation. So if you've seen anything from previously from the Club de Nuit Intense Men line from Armaf, then you know it well, and it ain't good, but it's something, all right? You have the squared off bottle, rhinestones placed on the cap, looking absolutely middle of them all crazy. But hey, it doesn't stop there. You get that sexy little dangly chain with the Armaf logo, and you get another diamond. Yes, these are VVS Clarity. Club de Nuit on the side of the bottle. At least you get the batch code this time around and a little brand sticker. Also, the bottle, this comes in at 105 mils. And I know I've been dogging this bottle for a little bit, but listen, this is a good deal. It's a great fragrance. For those of you that have run across this fragrance profile, you understand that this is something that is definitely unique. It's fresh, as the name denotes, well, at least the original version. Silver Mountain Water, it does have this aquatic effect when all of those notes kind of come together. It does also have this metallic note to it that comes across very nice, at least to my nose. But I want you to keep in mind that there are definitely going to be some of you out there that are flat out not going to like this part of the fragrance, and that's okay. There's plenty of other things out there for you to choose from. Now, this is going to be a fresher, woody fragrance. It has that metallic freshness that's somewhat hard to describe if you never really smelled this scent profile before. So this does have a slight variation in quality as well, from the original Silver Mountain Water, smelling more natural. So naturally, this should be that way, seeing as Creed Silver Mountain Water retails for around $350, and it's around $470 for a comparable size 3.3 ounce bottle. So as far as the top notes, citrusy, fruity. This is created from bergamot, lemons, and lime. The black currant lends to this fruity accord. You also have ginger present here, along with a little violet leaf. When you first spray this on, you're going to get some of that brighter freshness from the bergamot right away. You're also getting a bit of sweetness, more like a berry sweetness, in the opening. The metallic note, which will no doubt you will detect, is, I believe, created from the violet leaf in this fragrance. And that ginger note also helps create something that's interesting and fresh. This fragrance, if oversprayed, can come across initially jarring, maybe even a little bit cloying to some. But I think once it calms down for, after about the first 10 minutes or so, starts dipping into those mid notes, it starts becoming really nice. So if you plan on going a little heavy handed with this one, then I would suggest maybe not spraying this on right before you step into a crowded situation. For instance, go ahead and spray this on your clothes before you get in the shower. Go ahead and spray this on your skin as soon as you get out of the shower. Give it some time to mellow out. Now in the mids, you have more of this floral note, which is a combination of a rose, jasmine, and iris. Mostly leaning more so into the rose notes, but pushing through from the base, you're getting a little healthy dose of ambroxan and some musk, which I think that helps this one lean into more of a crowd pleaser. Ambroxan really does get heads turning. In the dry down, you'll be getting mostly ambroxan and musk amalgamation. It smells great and carries well in the air, especially right now during these warmer months. It just works great. The metallic notes projects well, and I think helps kind of cut through the heat the same way warmer notes cut through the cold in the colder months. Now, as far as the performance goes, it's going to get you through a decent portion of your day. We're talking around 5 to 6 hour mark, which is fine. For a fragrance like this is going to get you through most of the work day, and this is going to get you most of the night out. Well, maybe most of you, except for you night owls. Maybe apply a couple more sprays underneath your clothes. Maybe you get a bit more longevity without overdoing it, since clothes will kind of mute some of that initial blast. So you're gonna be fine. When it comes to wanting to put this fragrance on and make it work for you, I would go with a spray routine with about 5 or 6 sprays, maybe about 7 or 8. This will project pretty well for the first hour or two. So that's why I mentioned earlier that if you're not the biggest fan of that metallic, inky jasmine note, fret not. This will soon fade into more of an ambroxan blast, last a bit. It's gonna be very pleasing, all right? How far would this project off you? I would say it would be around maybe like 1 to 2 feet, but mostly in the first hour or so. This fragrance is bright in the opening, so if you go heavy on this one, walk into a crowded space, you're gonna be doing a lot, okay? Maybe more than you intended to, and that's not a good thing. This is not as metallic as Silver Mountain Water, the original one, at least from my memory. When I think of where I would wear this and what type of energy I want to put out, this kind of fits the bill. It's clean, casually sophisticated. I've got things sorted out. I'm cooling. It's gonna float on the air. It's gonna hit some noses. It's gonna be confident and pleasant. 2 feet scent trail for the first hour or so. It's gonna cool down and then become more of a across the table scent. Like I said before, this is casual and it's sophisticated. It's really a year-round scent. Has a balance in elements for warmer weather with cooler, fresher notes, and then warmer notes that lean woody and musky undertone that works for the cooler months as well. So who's this for? I would have to say I think this works well for the type that wants to come across clean, collected. Not that most of you wouldn't want to come across that way, but this formulation seems to be a bit more accessible than original Silver Mountain Water. I think this, along with the price, fits someone who is looking to spend a little bit and get something uniquely classic at the same time. Some mid-20s on the gents alike. Don't go nuts with your spray routine. Keep it P. 6 to 8 sprays. Now, all things considered, whether you're into, this for simply wanting this scent profile of Silver Mountain Water without, Creed extracting too much mucho coinage, or you're just in the camp, someone just likes the way that I've described this fragrance and you think that it's something that, kind of suits your aesthetic. This is a quality fragrance at a generous 105 ml. Should last you a while, smells way better than the price would suggest. As far as the price point, Armaf dropped this silvery banger for around the $30-40 mark. Easy! Ultra clutch pricing. Where can you buy this? If you know about these clone houses, you will know that most of these are going to be flat out blind buys. You kind of trust some reviewers like myself. Let's go ahead and break this down, describe these fragrances in a way that hopefully makes sense to you, at least give you some kind of take on the fragrance. Now, with that being said, should you go blind buy this? I have a star rating system here. Let's check it out. See what we got. 4 stars today. Solid offering. Probably get you a compliment or two. I know some of you out there already have Silver Mountain Water, or you have this, Sillage from Armaf. Now, if you want to talk your shit in the chat, let me know below. And if you're on the fence about picking this up, just run across my channel for the first time, let me know down there in the comments. I appreciate you guys locking in one more time with you guys. Keep coming back. Keep masterfully obliterating that like button. Now check out these videos up here. Yeah, just click it. Gonna keep the ball rolling. I'll see you real soon, YouTube. Dooskies. Hey.